Morning. Oh my goodness. We're on day 26 already. I think if I have my numbers right. It goes so fast. I am excited to chat with you today and talk about a question I get often, which is, what do you eat in a day, Miss Coach Emmie? I just need some ideas around what to eat. And today I love to answer that question for you. Because I do get that often, and I get it. Like it is helpful. It is helpful to have some ideas around what to eat and what's going to work, some options. And before we dive into that today, I just want to point your attention to, if at any point you would like to gather some more information or connect with me, you are absolutely invited to connect with me. I'd love to be a resource for you. So the biggest thing we have available right now is the $97 Jumpstart Your Mindset for Results. We're going to be starting that really soon, and I'm extending enrollment. We've got some great people that are jumping into that. I'm super excited. It's about having community, but also having a private session with me to jumpstart your results, as well as food prep. I am going to be offering a couple of live food prep sessions with me. If food prep is something you want to be part of your lifestyle, it definitely doesn't have to be. It's definitely a part of my lifestyle because it is helpful. And so we're going to be doing that in the Jumpstart Your Mindset. So click that link. You can learn more about it if at any point you want some more information about how to connect with me and what this whole blissfully healthy thing is about. But let's jump in today about what is it that I eat in a day. First of all, I would love to just chat a little bit about my resistance. My resistance to answering this, and it really comes from a place of love. So in total transparency, I really try to avoid posting pictures of my food, what I'm eating. Sometimes I get a lot of questions, and I've even had a lot of different marketing directors in the past say that I really need to be posting more about my food on social media. And here's the thing. The reason that I am hesitant to do that is because what that diet mentality a lot of times will come in around when we're not at a place of healing is we can look at that when we are struggling with emotional eating, say, oh, that's what I should do. Oh, Miss Coach Emmie does that, so that's what I should do. And I don't want that to be another thing where people are looking at it and saying, well, I don't really like, I don't know, black bean brownies. So I have to eat those. I should eat those. I don't want to eat those. And so it's about really empowering you to step into your own power and being able to decide what works for you and what doesn't. One of the ways that I do love to be able to help clients figure out if and what works best for their body is the food sensitivity test. It is a blood test that I offer clients, and yet we don't want that to become a diet either. So some clients will do that right away because they're really dealing with migraines and fatigue and GI issues, muscle aches, joint aches, just a whole bunch of stuff. And so then that becomes a loving thing to do, to take a look at that right away and decide what foods work for your body and what foods don't. But we always have coaching around it. What are some emotional tools if the rebel eating comes in place, because now we're not allowed to have those foods. So that's something that we can definitely take a look at it, and it does give a nudge. I get questions like, okay, and Miss Emmie, do you follow a paleo way of eating? Are you plant-based? Are you vegan? What about keto? What about all these different ways of eating? And I love being able to just not define it and that's hard with when we think about, okay, I just want to be told what to eat. What do I eat? I need to simplify this. I've even had clients, and I used to feel this way also, is if I could just take a pill and not have to think about food at all, that would be great. And that just tells me that if you resonate with that comment, you are in the right place here. Absolutely. So when we come from a place of healing emotional eating, and I know that a lot of people in the industry who have the same mindset that I have around helping people break free from this obsession about food and weight will also agree with me that posting a lot of things about food, what to eat, what not to eat, or identifying myself in one way of eating or not, it's again setting you guys up for failure especially the clients that I love working with, because again, it just sets this essence of this is what I should do. And just because I'm doing it doesn't mean that it needs to be something you do. So that's just what I want to preface this conversation about. So what is it that you do eat in a day? So if you can promise to have that type of mindset around, I'm going to take this information that Miss Coach Emmie might be sharing, and then I'm going to decide, is this something that works for me or not? Absolutely continue watching the video. If you're at a place where it's like, oh, if I hear a bit about like what she's eating or what not eating, I might jump into that and say that's what I should do. We should pause this video, stop watching it right now, and go back to watching all the other morning boosts, and let's get the mindset right first. So that is a caveat with this question. But in full transparency, I don't like posting my food. I really don't like posting my food for this reason. Sometimes it's like, oh, this plate is beautiful, and so I'll post about it. But it's really an after picture of healing emotional eating, because I want to put healthy foods in my body. So there's no one way of eating, and I would invite you to not identify yourself as one way of eating: paleo, keto, I don't know, what other ones on top of my mind, vegan, plant-based, all that. Like, get rid of all those titles and then just get clear on what works best for your body. And that's a process I love helping clients through. So a couple of tools that I will use, and we do discuss nutrition at a deeper level to help clients be able to have freedom around food and feel great in their bodies in the Living Blissfully Healthy program. Absolutely, we do talk about that. So what I love to eat in a day. So in the morning, I drink a cup of coffee in the morning. I love my coffee, but I got it down from having coffee all day because it didn't work for my body to having 1 cup a day, ish. On my Tuesday meetings, I definitely have more coffee. Right, guys? If you're here in my Tuesday meeting, you know I love my coffee on Tuesdays at lunchtime. But in my coffee, a lot of times what I'll have is coconut milk, the unsweetened coconut milk, and then I'll also have my favorite protein shake. And I love it. I love it because it's easy. I definitely am not going to cook in the morning, so I just keep it easy. And it's a chocolate flavored, and so it's kind of like a mocha to me, and it tastes really yummy. But the thing is that when we have coffee, we don't want to just have coffee on an empty stomach, because it's not great for our body. It sets us into having too much adrenaline going off in the body. And so when we actually have it with something like some fat, like the coconut milk and then the protein shake, and then we're going to slow the release of the coffee and in the digestion process, and it's not going to hit us as hard, and so we won't get this huge drop either. And because adrenaline is also connected to cortisol, and cortisol, too much of it, is connected in so many ways for us not to feel our best in our body, and can break down some of the things like muscles and stuff, muscle tissue, if we have too much cortisol. So that's my favoriteest thing to do in the morning. And in the Living Blissfully Healthy program, we're going to be doing some food prep, and I'm just giving you some ideas. This is I'm just giving you some ideas. You get to choose. Do I like coffee? No. Then great, don't drink coffee. Do you like protein shakes? Yes or no? If you don't like protein shakes, great, do what you really love. And so that's one of those things I love to just start my day with. And then I'll drink water throughout the day. I definitely love having some things that I add to my water because it makes it yummy, but not anything that has a lot of those artificial sweeteners, because I personally get headaches and migraines from having artificial sweeteners. And we really do want to move more towards things that are sweetened with healthier things, and there's so many options nowadays. And then I always try to add in some greens throughout the day, having a couple fruit servings. Absolutely, my body feels great when I have some of those things. And so really trying to do a serving of beans once a day is what I love to do also, whether that's going to be just some mashed up beans, or it's going to be on top of a salad, or a black bean brownies, but they're so good for creating better and healthier gut flora. And then just going through having some nuts, especially walnuts, are awesome for omega-3 content, and also the fat. So today I have, for a snack, I have an apple. I have a little bit of raisins, and in a bag, a little bit of raisins and unsweetened coconut, shredded coconut, and then some walnuts. Wonderful blend for a quick snack, and has some good carbohydrates, some good fats, omega-3 for lowering inflammation and satiety levels, and a little something sweet for just some yumminess. Because guess what, guys? We do not want to feel deprived with what we choose to eat. If you're feeling deprived, if you're not enjoying the food, then don't do it. We actually are meant to enjoy our food. So find things you enjoy and don't put yourself in a box. I invite you to get rid of the labels, get rid of the box of I eat this way. You know, even with my beloved food sensitivity test, I invite clients to not identify themselves in that way, but just use it as a tool to say what foods are going to make me feel my best. And I could, like, for personally, I'm highly reactive to vanilla. It causes muscle aches, fatigue, all the fibromyalgia symptoms. It's like poison to my body. And my kiddos, they'll be like, hey, mommy, you want some of this? And it's vanilla in the grocery store. And I'm like, you are funny. because they know I say it's like poison to my body. But I never would have guessed that if I didn't have that food sensitivity test. And I went through years and several naturopaths and thousands of dollars after health insurance, copay. Those were just copays, trying to figure out the fatigue and the migraines and the fibromyalgia symptoms. And really, honestly, it was the food sensitivity test that helped me break free from all of that. This specific one that I offer, I tried several other ones with such wonky results, but this one really was so accurate that I felt better by taking that out. But anyways, I digress. Back to the foods. So even here's the mindset. I can totally eat vanilla. I can have vanilla ice cream or vanilla everything or a vanilla latte or whatever vanilla all day long. I can still do that because I am a grown woman and I get to choose what I want to eat. And do I want to feel groggy and tired? Sometimes maybe, but most of the time, no, thank you. I don't want to, because I love myself and I love my life and I love my boys and I love the work I do with clients and I love learning. And so I want to choose to put foods in my body that make me feel great and awake and alert. And so today, just for today, I'm going to see what other option might I be able to have right now instead of the vanilla. What might be another loving thing to do? All right, guys, I hope this helps. Hi, Miss Elaine. I'm glad you're here. Hello, Trina. Hi, Kimberly. So glad you guys are here. So in full transparency, I am very resistant and I hesitate a lot when people ask me, what do you eat? And I've had requests to do, can you do a video about what you eat in a day? There's lots of coaches out there and health coaches that will do videos about what they eat in a day. And because healing emotional eating is not about the food, I am very hesitant to doing that. And in many ways, this is going to sound very blunt, but I'm going to say it anyways. In many ways, I do believe that it is a contradiction and it is more harmful than helpful to just post things about food, because it makes people think, and this was me, like when I was struggling with emotional eating, I was like looking for experts or people that I could follow and not follow on Facebook, because back then we didn't even have Facebook, but to model after, because I was so stuck in diet mentality. But that's keeping you stuck in diet mentality. So I want to empower you to learn how to trust yourself around food and help you navigate learning what foods work best for your body. And that is what we do in the Living Blissfully Healthy program. So I am very hesitant. I don't like posting food pictures. Sometimes I will if it's like, oh my gosh, that's just stunning. But in no way, shape, or form is it, this is the way you should eat. Please don't put that expectation of you. And because healing emotional eating is not about the food, that is why I am hesitant and resistant sometimes even to posting pictures about my food? What are pictures of healing emotional eating? It is being engaged with your kiddos and really enjoying the moment. It is feeling confident with no matter what weight you are and enjoying wearing clothes that make your body feel great. It's getting out and doing those things that you always wished you want to. So instead of saying, when I lose the weight, I'm going to do those things now. And I'm hoping I'm not going to balk this, but in the words of Laura Casey, she says, you know those things you've always wanted to go out and do? You should do them. And I am 100% in agreement, you should go do them. So yes, we want to have a healthy relationship with food, and I don't want to be another thing that keeps you trapped in that. So I will post things about my food occasionally, but it's not the main thing, because again, food is just secondary to healing emotional eating. We got to do those behaviors and have the mind shift. And then I want to do things and add foods in and make healthy food choices that feel great in my body. So these are concepts, and I give hardcore specific tools, and I do give supplement recommendations based on personal needs, and I do talk about nutrition specific to personal needs for my clients, and that's what we can do. In the Jumpstart Your Mindset for Success, it's just $97 if you want to just kind of give this whole Blissfully Healthy thing a test drive. You know, then we can do that, and you get a 1-hour session with me so we can customize all the things we're talking about today and so much more to really give you a great start. So click that link and you get signed up, and we're going to be starting here soon. All right, guys. This is a big topic for me, and so I hope that it's resonating for you. And I just want people who want the information about healing emotional eating to really get that. And there is freedom on the other side, guys, and it is beautiful. And the grass really is greener on the other side of healing emotional eating. And I want that so much for you. So we've got to just take a different route than all the other things. And that's what this is. And that's the great thing, is that it is different. It is different. And there's things that will work for you. So until we chat again, next Monday will be our final days. And I would love to hear from you about what other questions you have for me so that I can answer those for you in our final 3 morning boosts together. I will see you on Monday at 7:30 a.m. And until then, you are invited to stop dieting and start living, because a blissfully healthy lifestyle does not have an expiration date. And you are worth it. Have an awesome rest of your Wednesday. Bye.